So this is an incredible award, and I'll read a little bit off the page here, but I'll also start off just by naming and recognizing some folks that have won it in the past, just to show what league you're in. Most recently, Roger Patrone, the police officer in Greenwich, who lost his battle with ALS, and his best friend Rick, the sergeant on the police force, won it last year. Really incredible folks. Dave Verdon Jr., who works for TDI, and his father lost his battle with ALS, received this award back in '07. Before he joined TDI, you're in the company of a general, Tom Mikolajczyk, who lost his battle with ALS. And I think the very first patient I met when I joined ALS TDI back in late '06, Faye Magnuson, also received this award. So the winner of this award is recognized because in their community they really help to develop and drive new initiatives that battle the disease. They challenge the community to take up this battle with them, and through their involvement they really do build awareness and show leadership. And I'm going to read one quote here as I tell you that Deb Quinn, if you'd like to work your way up here, we'd like to honor you today with this award. So Deb is here today with her entourage, including her kids, Kristen and Dustin. One person who nominated her had to say this about Deb. Well, Deb is ALS and has lost many family members, obviously a person with familial ALS. In her family with this terrible disease, she has dedicated herself to raising awareness at every possible turn. She keeps her fellow pals and the entire community uplifted as she shares her ALS story with the public. She's a model of strength and courage and love. And anybody that has a relationship with anybody with familial ALS knows how hard that is for the family. So we're really excited to have you here today.
And not roll off. I can't thank everybody enough who had a part to do with this. I was very surprised. I'm very excited by some of the things that I've heard here today. It's an honor to accept the award in front of so many of my friends in the ALS community and the many dedicated people here at ALS TDI, working feverishly to find us a cure. Thank you for fighting this disease on the behalf of all of us. ALS has been part of my life since I was 13 years old. Since then, I've seen a lot of changes in the ALS world, but some things haven't changed. My family was told in 1990 there would be a cure for ALS within 5 years. At this time, we didn't yet realize we were facing the never-ending cycle of familiar ALS. I believe life gives you opportunities to grow and expand. The choices we make and the lessons we learn help shape us into the people that we are today. I teach about ALS in my community and beyond because I believe there is a need to bring it to the forefront, especially for my children and the next generation in the familiar ALS families that I've come to know throughout this journey. I also believe in embracing and educating those new to our ALS community, those who are themselves facing or have a loved one with the disease for the first time, who often know very little bit about the beast we call ALS. After losing my little sister to ALS, I vowed to never be silent about the disease and to never give up if I ever got ALS. I have no time for sadness and self-pity. We must reach out to those that need help and fight for a cure. In the past 3 years, I have seen an increase in younger ALS patients, many who are just starting their families and lives of their own when they hear those 3 terrifying letters. Hearing those 3 letters is devastating and life-altering, but with the success of the summer's Ice Bucket Challenge, we have left the world with a much greater understanding of the letters ALS. Our cry for a treatment and a cure has been heard. As 2014 comes to a close, the media will recap the highlights of the year, offering us yet another chance to raise awareness and more money to help for a cure. After years of blank stares and having to explain ALS over and over again, I know my family and I are grateful for this unprecedented awareness, and we have hope. Hope is not an easy word for an ALS patient to embrace as we slowly watch our bodies change. But we can choose to learn creative ways to adapt, move forward to continue teaching to those around us. We cannot wait for, nor worry about tomorrow. We have today to take action, to make a difference, and to have hope. Sometimes I have people ask me, how and why can you keep hope alive? You must dig into your soul and find that way. The answer may be different depending upon the person, the same way ALS affects a patient in so many different ways. I find the challenge and the hope in each new day, and I begin again. Our lives were altered again due to having extremely brave children who have been tested for our genetic mutation. On Monday, we will give TDI samples from 1 negative, 1 positive, and 1 diagnosed, all within one family. 3 ways for them to dig deeper into research for a level of treatment and a cure. It's very rare to have this within our family, and we feel honored that TDI is going to work with us. I'm very proud of our children for their commitment they have made, and for both of them for talking, sharing, and reaching out to other familiar families that have faced the same fears. I will never be silent about ALS. I'm waging this war on ALS for myself, my children, my extended family, and my many friends in the ALS community who have become my family. We are in this together until the day comes when we can all be standing, cheering, and celebrating the cure. Thanks.
You can clap her back in your seat, by the way.